Okay, so my name's Joanna Eyeson. I am a trustee of Echo and also a paediatric emergency medicine doctor, currently working at the Evelina, but in the past I have worked at various hospitals all around South East London. Throughout this pandemic, I've been really impressed with how Echo has responded to how it supports children, families, young people, and also how the team has managed to support each other and reach out and support everyone else. I think Echo was really early in realising that something had to change and that we had to respond, and immediately tried to think about ways of making sure that we could move everything virtual. So obviously closing down the office had a major impact on how we were able to work and how we were able to reach out to people. I think they did a really good job of still managing to support people even though we weren't physically present in the office as we used to be. I think over the last 2 years, Echo's done so much. To pick out one thing is difficult. I think for me personally, one of the biggest things has been getting Echo's details on the bottom of the clinic letters that the hospital put out. And people may not have realised, but you know, Echo doesn't just support families in the Evelina. We support families and children and young people that have been supported by the Evelina, even if you're now in your local hospital. And having worked in these hospitals before, I've seen how visible Echo is or isn't, and how difficult it sometimes can be to say to families, actually Echo are still here for you, we're not just here at the Evelina. And so by getting the Echo's details on those letters that go out to all of the families, wherever they are, wherever they're living, wherever their local hospital is, to say that, you know, you're still part of the Echo family and we're still here for you, is so important. And to be able to do that through the hospital, through an official clinic letter, as opposed to just us sending out correspondence to people, I think makes such a difference. And it, you know, it speaks to our relationship with the hospital, with us working with them but not being part of them and being separate, and just being here to support the families but of these children. So I think for me that's been a major achievement. It's something that I can see in my day-to-day work when I'm out and about, actually see Echo out there and no longer be saying, have you heard about Echo, and kind of waiting our pencil, actually, have you heard about Echo, they're on your letter, please contact them, the details are there. So I think that makes such a difference. Over the pandemic, as a board, we had to meet more regularly. It went without saying. I think all the board members were really passionate about making sure that Echo still functioned and that we found ways to move forward, and that just meant that we had to check in more regularly with each other, check in on how the team were doing, and just make sure that we were making decisions quickly and responding to things as and when they arose. So we were obviously meeting virtually, but we were meeting a lot more regularly and had to increase our frequency just to manage the ever-changing situation throughout the pandemic. One of the main things about Echo that I think differs from other charities is that the team genuinely care, and I think, you know, they really care and want to reach out and support the families. And I think it's really visible you can see what we're doing. We're just trying to reach people where they need. We try to do things that are very hands-on and very practical, that will actually make a difference to an individual's life, and the family units and everyone that reaches out is connected to that child.
Brilliant. Thanks so much, Joanna, for sharing a bit of an update with us. And we now have a couple of questions from the Echo community that I would love to ask you. So the first one is, what do you personally most look forward to about Echo in 2022?
I think going forward in 2022, I think I most look forward to Echo being able to reach out to a wider community and reach the families in the local hospitals and just expand our network as Echo continues to grow.
That's a good one. And for you as a trustee, why is it that you love volunteering for Echo?
I think because Echo really makes a difference and it feels like a worthwhile way to spend my time. Our board meetings are lovely. We really get on well as a board. The team really gets on well. We get on well with the team. I just think it's a nice, enjoyable experience and something that's actually making a difference that you can see tangibly to people's lives and their stay in relationship with the Evelina.
Brilliant. And so we have a bit of a fun one from Daisy, who's 7, and she really wants to know, if you could have any superpower or be any superhero, who or what would you be?
Okay, thanks Daisy. I think I always like to know what's going on, and I don't necessarily like people to know that I know what's going on. Mm-hmm. So I think for me, I'd quite like to be invisible, just so I could spy on everything. And
oh yeah. I think I would have the same one, actually, to be honest. And one other fun one about you is, do you have any kind of secret hobbies or interests that people might not expect when they know you?
I'm not sure I do. What I would say is that I spend a lot of time like planning to do exercise and not actually doing it. Like a lot of time. Like I could tell you about any local class, any local activity, any local run, and you won't find me there, but I will know it's happening.
I mean, that sounds like a hobby in itself.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And lastly, I wanted to ask you about today, so about opening doors. Why do you think an event like today is something that's really helpful or useful or interesting for the Echo community?
I think it's just a great opportunity to get lots of people together that ordinarily wouldn't always be able to be in the same space. Like everyone has such different jobs and different responsibilities, and the chance for everyone to come together and just say that, you know, Echo's still here, we're still here, and to find out, you know, what the clinicians think, what the members think, what the team think. I think it's just a really good way to share and to communicate with each other.
Brilliant. Well, thanks for being part of it.
You're welcome.
And thank you for talking with us today.
Thank you.